Hi everybody, and welcome to I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel, and welcome to a new video, and welcome to a new question and answer video. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet today, make some quick short videos. Now, if you've watched the channel before, you know that I do question and answer videos answering specific questions asked by people typically on social media, in cruise groups, and from today's title, obviously today's question is about tobacco or cigarettes. Now, this one actually is from Terry McKee. They're asking, do the ships still sell cigarettes on board? Now, the answer is yes. Now, the kind of longer version of the answer is yes, they do. But there's a couple of different options on how you can get them. So now most people who maybe smoke or don't smoke may be aware that the cruise ships have onboard duty-free shops. And in there they have jewelry, watches, perfume, liquor, and tobacco. So you can actually go into the onboard shops and buy cartons of cigarettes, which is typically cartons of 200 in a pack or in a carton with individual packs inside. And you can buy cartons for onboard use and then to take home. The second way you can get them is from the onboard bars. Now, depending on the ship that you're on, very typically you can buy them in the bars that you can smoke at. So not all bars on the ship will sell, they have single packets. Now, on most ships, it's only at the bars you can smoke at, which generally it's typically the casino or the pool bar. Now, generally on most ships, I'm going to be very general here, but generally on most ships, there's an outdoor smoking area by the pool area, usually port or starboard side, depending on how they've set it up. And then the bar closest to that area will have single packs of cigarettes available. And then in the casino bar, they would have them as well. Now, there's a couple of things just to keep in mind. If you're basically boarding the ship in a home port, they won't sell cigarettes at the bars before departure because they're selling the cigarettes only tax-free and duty-free, tax-free. And while the ship's in port, they will have a tax for the local area added to the drink prices or would-be to cigarette prices. But to avoid basically all the hassle of the taxes, they don't sell cigarettes until the ship's out at sea. So if you basically join the ship with no cigarettes, you're kind of out of luck to be able just to go to the first bar you see and buy a pack. What they'll do is they'll basically have them locked away until after a certain distance that the ship's out to sea, and the tax is no longer applicable, and then they'll be able to sell them singly at that point then. Now, going into the onboard duty-free shops, particularly where the liquor and tobacco areas of the shops, you can buy cartons. Same thing again, they won't sell them before the ship departs because of the taxes. So you'd have to wait till the ship again gets a certain distance from the port. Generally half an hour or an hour after sailing, you'd be able to buy them. That'll vary from port to port, but it's very normal. Pretty much in America, the only exceptions would be if you're cruising out of New Orleans and then the ship has to go down the Mississippi. So the distance from the port where the ship is docked to international waters is quite far, typically 7, 8, or 9 hours, versus in a normal home port you'd be out to sea in generally about an hour, depending on the speed and traffic in the harbor. So you do have those two options, so you can get them at the bar and in the onboard shops. Now, I'm going to not basically explain too much about the customs rules and applicable taxes in this video about bringing them home. But yes, you can buy a carton. You can buy essentially as many as you like. Getting off the ship in the port, you would have an applicable tax payable depending on the port of entry. So whether it's in America, in Europe, wherever you would basically what's called disembark the ship. So disembarking is getting off the ship and leaving. When you got on the ship originally, it was called embarking or embarkation. So you do, Terry, you can definitely get cigarettes on board. What I'd probably suggest really is to maybe come on board with 1 or 2 packets, particularly if you're a smoker. Now, this video is obviously not for everybody. It's going to really be more targeted on people who are smokers. There is still people who smoke in the world. I don't smoke. I have family members who do, so I don't condone it, but obviously it's a question that gets asked a lot. There is a lot of cruise lines now basically modifying the rules about where you can and can't smoke on board, indoors and outdoors. So there is still that ability for you to smoke on board. You just have to find the kind of designated smoking areas when you're on the cruise. So just make sure you basically check them out, basically. At some point, once you get on board, or even in some of the literature before you cruise, once you get on board, there'll be kind of a notice in the daily schedule what the locations are of the smoking areas on the ship. So let's have a look for those. Terry, thanks for the question. I hope this answers your questions. I noticed that there was 20 answers to this particular post. Of course, it'll vary a little bit how people answer it. And then you're obviously going to get people who are just non-smokers or anti-smoking. Of course, everyone has their vices. For me, it's Coca-Cola and chocolate. So everybody has their thing. And as you know, most cruise lines, are particularly Carnival, where I do work, they got rid of Coca-Cola and now they have Pepsi. You can watch another video about that. I'll put that for you to watch. So yeah, hopefully it's not too long a video. Thanks for watching I Like Cruise Ships. I've got another video waiting for you, so you can watch that right after this one. If you're a subscriber, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with the channel. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. Have a look at what number we're at now, so depending on when you're watching it. Thumbs up, share it into your favorite social media group. And yeah, thanks for watching I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel. Bye everybody.